with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas, and if you need to find us online, just jump on to tarpleymusic.com and you will find us. So today, I've got a Martin 000 Junior E, and this is the Tweedy model, so not the bird, the artist, Jeff Tweedy. He's a singer-songwriter, producer, best known as being the frontman for the band Wilco. And this is a cool little guitar. So it is a triple-aught, but a junior for a reason. So it is a different scale length, and so you're not going to get a big fullness of sound you may normally get, but you are going to get a very balanced, kind of articulate sound out of a smaller body. So that might be what you need for whatever reason, okay? And this does really well. So let's talk about the parts of this. So this is all FSC Sapelli. The FSC, it stands for Forest Stewardship Council. And basically, they are a council that has really stringent requirements of the responsibility of forest management. So if you're a very green kind of person, environmental, that's a very, very cool thing to use. So, and it's important, right? So the Sapelli from this is FSC, as well as the ebony fingerboard and bridge. And also two really great woods, right? Sapelli's a nice balance. It's used just more and more. Now the top, this is Sapelli, but it has a dark mahogany color. So you get a really nice, cool, dark mahogany kind of a fade. And it is also satin. So essentially, this is a triple-aught junior 14 fret guitar, okay? So it basically means that the neck hits the body at the 14th fret, okay? The neck itself is certified select hardwood, so it probably varies from time to time on what hardwood they use. It's probably, okay, what do we have an abundance of, or what do we have access to that's a good hardwood? So they're not going to lie and give you any promise of that exact one, but it is a good certified select hardwood. This neck feels great. So this is actually the PA, or the Performing Artist profile. Martin has several profiles. One of their biggest ones, their low profile, and it's like an oval kind of shape. This one is just touch a little bit smaller as it gets up to the higher part here as in the saddle, as opposed to the nut. So very comfortable on a smaller guitar. And it is a white tusk saddle as well as the nut there, and it has 20 frets. So the scale length for this, and the scale length is from your saddle to your nut, right? Your playable area, if you will. And this is a 24.9 scale length. So your full-size dreadnoughts and your full-size triples are usually at 25.4 or 25.5, so it is a little bit smaller scale length. Great for fingerstyle, I think. It's a very comfortable neck with your 14th fret being right there. Really good for the fingerstyle stuff for you fingerstyle guys. And it stayed in tune pretty darn well. So nickel open gear tuning machines here. And they're really classy. I kind of like this open gear look, especially on your smaller guitars. But essentially, that is this guy here. So the parts are great. It's a little bit smaller scale. Like I said, it's not going to be quite as loud and boomy, but it is very balanced. And what I mean by that is my highs and my mediums and lows seem to come out at about the same volume, no matter how much screwing up I do. Okay, so very balanced in that sense. So a lot of times these small guitars, you definitely want to hear that aspect of that. So to wrap it all up, it is an E, so it does have electronics, and it is the Martin E1 electronics. Very basic electronics, but they're great. And so you actually have kind of two elements to it. There's this part here where you have your tone knob, and then there's a volume knob there. And then underneath that, there's two buttons. So one, if you turn that one on, you get the tuner, which is right there, extremely easy to see. So turn that, and of course it shuts the sound of the guitar off. Your tuner's on. And then the other one is a phase button. So if you are playing live and maybe you're getting some weird kind of back feedback or something like that, you might be able to hit your phase button and clear a little bit of that. But essentially, that is it. So this is a really cool little guitar, and I definitely think there's a lot of application for it, especially, like I said, if you want something where you want a very controlled kind of a direct sound and you're not so worried about booming, this is a great kind of style guitar to look at. And so we're going to play it for you, and we does have a pickup, so we will do just direct right into the system. We're just going right into the interface, and we're going to mic it up as well, try to get as much of a capture of what it actually sounds like in this room. We'll also give you a combination of those mics in the direct, just because if you want to use a combination of that maybe when you're recording or whatever. And of course, I will do some of that fingerstyle so you can kind of get a mellow fingerstyle sound. And then I'll do it again, but I'll use a pick. So we've heard this guitar both mic'd up and direct and a mix of that. So I'm wondering what it would sound like if I did a couple tracks with some tracks I recorded before. Let's find out. All right, hit it, boys. Junior E. Jeff Tweedy. So now, yes, this is his signature model and the specs that he has for this, but really it's a very versatile junior triple lot. And it looks really, really good. Price point is not bad at all for what it's doing. Like I said, you're not going to get a whole lot of huge. It is going to, if you're playing it in a room, you might feel it sounds a little small. Well, that is a smaller sound, and it's more balanced and so direct, so it is kind of by design, right? If you want a big, huge, boomy dreadnought, well, obviously you wouldn't be looking kind of in this guitar range. This is what that is for. But if you want a really comfortable, kind of tad smaller guitar where you can really work on fingerstyle or do a lot of singer-songwriter stuff like that, this would definitely be one to look at. And the woods are right. Sapelli's great for that. The fretboard it feels really good. It's ebony, so it is pretty fast, as well as the bridge is also ebony. And so the parts are great. And, and I'm somewhat familiar with Wilco, but not so much just Jeff as a singer-songwriter, so I actually went on and started listing stuff. And so you can understand in his style a lot why this would probably be a real attractive guitar. So if you haven't, go check him out. And talent is talent, right? Go watch as much of it as you can. Hey, let me know what you thought of this guitar, right? Just from your aspect, it's like, yeah, I think it sounds balanced. I think it sounds pretty good. It looks cool. Whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, comments are great. We just like to talk about this stuff and have you discuss it with us. And that's it. It's good for good times, right? So, hey, check out the other Martin videos, too, on our channel. We've got a lot of Martin videos as well. There's so many guitar models out there. Make sure you give me a like if you dug this video. Really helps us out a lot. And, of course, subscribe. We just always needing more subscribers. They've been very, very good to us. And so we are dropping videos constantly. We want to drop them to more people. Hence more subscribers, right? So if you'd like to know when a video does drop, because weekly we are getting videos to drop, you can just turn on the little notifications. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.